Babu inyamurin da ya zaɓi Muslim in ka cire irin su Malam Ibrahim Ogu da shi da danginsa. Sauran sun zaɓa?
Yes, so my people, welcome back to Gospel News, where we keep you updated with the latest info. Now, going straight to the reason why we are here. A popular sheikh in the northern part of Nigeria have said that the North is saying that the Igbos have hijacked the Muslim ticket, and he's calling for justice for Northerners. This is very shocking to hear and also to see. Whereas the Igbos has been neglected, marginalized, and kicked below the belt in Nigeria. Everybody is aware of what is happening. Some foolish people will still respect this man for saying this rubbish. You can hear the derogatory statement he's making about the Igbos, calling them Inyamere. You heard him. And I will also play you the full video so that you can hear him clearly, where he made it clear that Igbos are the ones who have destroyed Nigeria. And not only him is the person who is also making similar statement. There is also another Muslim sheikh in the north who has the same kind of derogatory statement about the Igbos in Nigeria. Their anger is that power have shifted to the south. And not just the south, it's not about the whole of the south, not in the southeast too, but southwest, since the emergence of Bola Ahmed Tinubu is now favoring them in the north. They have changed their status quo. They have changed the narrative. And now it is the Igbos that have destroyed Nigeria. I will let you people watch the video so that you can hear him when he was making the statement. Then we continue from there.
Babu inyamurin da ya zaɓi Muslim in ka cire irin su Malam Ibrahim Ogu da shi da danginsa. Sauran sun zaɓa? Ta yaya kuke ɗiban kuɗin gwamnati kuna basu? Yaya kuɗin noma kun ƙi bamu? Yaya kuke yin wata siyasa ƙarya? Ku ba da 'yan kuɗi kaɗan a noma, ku ce 'yan arewa sun cinye kuɗi, ba gaskiya ba ne. To wani sai ce Yarabawa ne da Hausawa da Fulani, ko ba Hausawa a gwamnatin Muslim ba Fulani a gwamnatin Muslim ba bare-bari a gwamnatin Muslim. To Muslim na farko musulmi ne Bayarabi, Muslim na biyu musulmi ne Babarbari, ko ba haka ba ne? To za mu ce ba mu a cikin gwamnatin ne? To yaya aka yi mun ba mu gana mu rabon ba? Ya za dinga danna mana bashi na ƙarya, inyamurai da ba su yi gwamnatin ba su ɗebe kuɗi ba bincike su ba sai mu. Kai wannan bai yi ba. Ina malam
ya babban bakonan kaya
yawwa na sa'a.
Okay, I believe you have heard him while he was making those derogatory statements against the Igbos. Now that the power is no longer within the north, and their population and citizens are crying out over hunger and starvation. But remember that the federal government of Nigeria disburses security vote and funds to all the states in Nigeria. What are their governors doing with theirs? And what is the impact of their governance in the lives of their people there? They have nothing to offer to their people, only to loot. But now that the governance and the power is no longer within the north, they are crying foul and accusing innocent Igbo people of being behind their sufferings. Igbo man is not the president, and Igbo man is not the vice president. Igbo man is not even holding critical positions in the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And Igbo man is not in charge of the Central Bank of Nigeria. How come the Igbo man is being accused of being behind their sufferings in the northern part of the country and have also hijacked the government of Nigeria as of today? Everything that happens in Nigeria Igbos will be blamed. Similarly, there is another popular Islamic cleric also known as Ahmed Gidado, threatening Tinubu and also calling for the division of Nigeria into different countries. So God is fighting this battle himself. Things will happen that will turn things around and bring about the disintegration of the country, because Nigeria is unworkable. Nigeria is irreparable. Nigeria is a fraud. Let me play you his own part of the story so that you will hear. And I want you to also share this video and make it go viral. Let's hear him.
Duk abin da za ka mana 2027 tana zuwa. Inda muna da hankali kuma ba za a sayi wasu daga cikin mu ba. Me na lallashi? Kuma in Najeriya kuke so a raba, to wai menene ma a Najeriya da ba za a raba ta ba cikin salin alin? Ku raba mana ita, ba a kashe kowa ba, kowa ya tafi. Inyamurai su tafi su yi kasar su, Yarbawa su tafi su yi kasar su, mu zo mu yi daula Usmaniyan mu. Dan Allah, dan Annabi yan Arewa, ku je ku zaɓi manyan kudi, ku ce dan Allah a zo salin alin ana shan shayi a raba ƙasa. Mun gaji. Ku kyale mu, ba talauci ba, kyale mu da talaucin mu. Taman a ciki miki. Ku kyale mu zo, mu ga in an raba ƙasar yanzu, mu ga wani wanda zai zo a nan gun, kuma mun san shi, ya san iyayensa da garinsu, ya zo ya ce mana zai ci gaba da wannan hawan kawarar. Ya ga yadda ake. Ya ga kuma yanda za mu yi. Wai har a rinka ana mana barazana, wai mu ci makwance tsoro muke a raba kasar. Dan Allah a raba kasar gobe, a raba kasar sai me? Arewa Allah ya mana arziki, muna da kasar noma, muna da ma'adanai, muna da ɗimbin jama'a, muna da kasuwanni, muna da alaka daga nan gun. Arzikinmu gabaki ɗaya fa bari in faɗa muku, kafin zuwan Turawa daga gabas ne, daga arewa.
All right, my people, I know that you have heard the reckless speech by Ahmed Gidado when he was cutting chain for the country, saying that it is better for the country to be divided into three. You know that Sunday Igbo and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, has been in incarceration for a long time now, because of their call for the disintegration of Nigeria. But is the DSS or the Nigerian army or police going to invite them for questioning over these speeches that they have made? It seems that there are people who owns this country. Now, despite the power that has lingered in the north for so many years, it is not getting better. And there are a lot of poor people, poor masses in the north than the southern part of the country. Even though the power is in the hands of a Yoruba man, the Igbo man is also to be blamed. No wonder the Igbos have shunned every form of protest under the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. More complaints are coming from the north. Let me quickly show you more videos of people complaining from the northern region.
Because Nigerians thought, this is a military general who will understand the sound of the guns and how to silence it and how to deal with the insurgency in the country. And he said that he will quench it. Now, this is Bola Tinubu, the Nigeria's president, who is saying as an accomplished accountant, a tax man who understands the figures and perhaps knows just how well to deal with economic issues. And that's why I asked you whether or not you were disappointed. Well, today, or do you think he has the capacity to be able to turn things around?
Today is everybody's knowledge that Bola Tinubu has no solution to the problems of this country.
Really?
If anything, well, let's see it. Let's see it if he has. I mean, the last 6 months or so, this government has been fumbling and tumbling. We have not seen any solution, not to the security situation, not to the food situation, not to the issue of jobs, even investments where they claim to. Look at the value of the Naira. These, experts that he has brought to handle the central bank, you can see they are fumbling. The value of the Naira is constant. We never expected that it would get this bad.
But there are those who will say, look, there are some political manipulation. There are the fifth columnist. There are those who are trying to play around this issue. We have had this regime after regime. If you cannot handle this, why did you even come in the first place? No excuses. You applied for this job. You should know that there will be fifth columnists. You should know that there are people who will sabotage you. What are the police doing? What are the SSS doing? What are all the instruments of coercion that we have within government are they doing? What are you doing? Would it be fair to refer to the Tinubu government as failing after just 8 months in office? It's very clear. You don't need any analysis. It has failed to address the most essential issues. It's not even spent up to 1 year in office. Yeah, but you can see clearly. And if you go back to the Constitution, the very purpose of government is the welfare and security of the people. Where is the welfare? Where is the security? Where is the future? All this talk about hope, people have turned it to say, it's not a new, it's a revived hardship. They are moving from one hardship to worse hardship that they are facing now. And it's very clear. And I have not seen the solution. Most of the things that they have spoken about are no solution.
All right. It is now obvious that all the complaints are coming from the north and the southwest, which is the Arewa and the Oduduwa Republic. So a lot of others too are complaining and they are threatening military coup if Tinubu does not look their own side, like that of Yusuf Usman. Let's have his interview here too.
My turn, I can do it. There is a saying that leaders have forfeited the right to make any excuses. It's your turn. It's not President Muhammadu Buhari that took away fuel subsidy flippantly. It is you. And you bear all the consequences of that reckless policy. So, it is you that we and God Almighty will hold responsible for whatever happens secondary to all your policies. It's not President Muhammadu Buhari or Jonathan. You can do it. You said it's your turn. Now do it. Leaders have forfeited the right to make excuses. And the way they are going about it, they are doing nothing. Let me tell you, it is the cause, the reason is inflation. It's not because there is no food in the market. It's inflation. When this party came in 2015, a bag of rice, 50 kilos of rice was 7,500. Yesterday I went to the market, it was 70,000. Maize, 60,000. How much is the minimum wage? 30,000. How much does a soldier in the war front earn? 50,000. How much does the police constable earns? About that. They cannot even buy rice. 30,000 in those who work. What is the percentage of Nigerians that work? So, Mr. President, sit up. This is no time for excuses. Leaders have forfeited the right to make excuses. And the way they are doing it is, they're thinking of price control. They are thinking of busting warehouses. Hello, I'm old enough to have seen 14 administrations. Clearly, from that of General Yakubu Gowon to currently President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. We in 1984, I was a young doctor, 2 years out of medical school. General Muhammadu Buhari followed the same thing. Price control, busting warehouses. Where did it take us? They haven't learned anything in 40 years. They haven't learned anything in 40 years. Yesterday, NLC, the president of NLC, Joe Ajero, said, you can give ₦1 million to workers if inflation keeps eating that up. You are not going to achieve what you need to achieve. The primary problem is the runaway inflation. The economy is out of control. The managers of our economy, they are drowning. They don't know what to do. They are the ones that cause the deterioration of the exchange rate of the naira, the inflation we see, and the cost of food and everything in the market. It is not availability. There is food in the market. What I call on all the governors of this country and the president, everything should stop still. This is no time to build bridges or flyovers. This is the time to open the treasury and buy food and give food to the people and subsidize food. The only way you can crash down the price of food is bring down inflation. But these guys don't know how to do it. But flood the market with subsidized food. I lived in the United States forever. Everywhere in the world there is subsidy on food. You go to the supermarket, everything has tax. But food item does not have tax. Why? Because leaders of those countries know that hunger in any land has national security implications. But apparently, the national security team of this president and the president himself do not see the national security implications of hunger in the land. There is food in the land. The state and the federal government should open the treasury, buy food, import food, ship food into this country. There is an emergency, and feed our people. Their salaries cannot pay for food, cannot pay for rent, cannot pay for school fees. People are dying in the land. They are here in Abuja buying SUVs. With our compliant National Assembly, that says nothing. We are raising our voices the moment you hear our traditional rulers. The Oni of Ife said the same. People are suffering. Politicians know nothing about the people. They live with the people. You don't listen to that? You are here creating committees, one committee after the other. They are sitting and drinking tea while people are dying. No, your economic policy is not working. There is hunger in the land. And there is trouble ahead. No nation will have peace if there is hunger in the land. No military, no matter how strong, no police, no matter how strong, can quell the anger of a people that are hungry in the midst of plenty. So our call to the president and all the governors should make food available, forget this price control, forget this busting warehouses, bring in food, buy food from the market and subsidize food for the people while you keep wrestling.
All right, as you all have seen that there is a total confusion in Nigeria. The only solution to this problem now lies with referendum. If the country can conduct a referendum, it is going to solve the whole problems ravaging Nigeria as of today. Please do well in sharing this video and make it go viral so that others too will be aware of the latest happenings in Nigeria. Till I come your way next time, remain blessed and bye-bye for now.